made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, but Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements. Wait a second. Look! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to... Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly... Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something. But, look! She's sitting over there! Wait, what should we do now? Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her... Oh! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too... What? Is the smell making you feel sick? What's happening? Traveler? This...
You can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... good question.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we... Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, it is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as Spirit Borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for...
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room, and I'll bunk with Amir.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville, for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is, if you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Whoa, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed. So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly... The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having... Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean The vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tighnari already knows that what you saw weren't a hallucination? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you... Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's... But it seems like asking Tighnari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
The moon is barely visible.
All right, next let's see your right hand. But please remember that you still need to be careful.
Yes, I will. By the way, Master.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lunch.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the...
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! All right, we'll be heading into the forest now.
Yes, you can count on...
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but...
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me... no problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this... It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't play... Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you...
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she did... According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Uh-huh. Then what?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Because you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but...
Sorry. I was rambling on just now.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that...
So that's how...
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendroarchon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendroarchon? So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy.
Now that Paimon looks at it, do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing.
Yay, food! What kind of... Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. Whoops!
No, you dropped it on the...
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able...
You really know how to compliment the chef. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could...
Oh!
Kale, don't you think that Tighnari's a little too strict with you? Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a Forest Watcher. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pock.
Really? Paimon would have never... Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the...
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why, is he—"
Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! Now even Kali's starting to... that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's...
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kali.
No, I just...
Kali, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville.
Huh? What was up with Kali just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Ah, Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back!
Oh, Kale? Yes.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just... Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Our recent catch was great. Definitely have enough for a grand feast this time.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now.
So, Tainari, what's really...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time.
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lost.
What? The fatigue...
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars.
Oh, Paimon had no idea.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is...
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next... Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that her stamina has gotten much worse recently, though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help...
Alright, but I must warn you two, the rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the traveler.
No problem!
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilotpala lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh.
There should be Nilotpala lotuses growing some... If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed...
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilotpala lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses.
Let me have a look. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? but the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away.
Wait, Kainari, why don't you let us...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous... As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it. Like Taino, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the element.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there.
Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the...
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Oz, reveal thyself! Wayne. Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor. You got this! Now! Destroy the tumor of the withering!
We did it! Everything's returned!
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were...
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but what?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, if that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Ella's...
Huh? But what?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for... Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things...
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it...
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. Huh? Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey,
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, traveler. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for it, because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Teyvat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the... Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, when you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must have... Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll... No, I should be the one thanking you.
Our recent capture was great. I'm dead on my feet.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look... Huh? Hot things out here under blood? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Wayne.
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
As Sie wish, mein Fräulein.
Surge. A new moon rises.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Three moons converge.
What is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Strange place. Clotting. Bow before the abyss!
By royal
Go get him, Aiden!
Flame. Needs confirmed.
Without further ado,
As you wish, Maidfoot. You got this!
lofty wisdom will show us the way. Be cleansed.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last.
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick! Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey! Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about this later. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from...
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my...
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream?
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had... And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll... Alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too.
Guess we can rest a bit.
All done! Let's use... Oh, it smells amazing!
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow...
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. That's all right. I'm sure you'll come to a clearer understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question.
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn, not to worry though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer...
Well, that...
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life.
Whoa, you're really serious about...
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for if only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul could be super dangerous.
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often... Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could... The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the God of Wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of fear. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul. World, forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
did I go wrong?
Let's dance.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly—
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for the—
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation.
I see.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru.
And, how long will I be
There's no...
Do you mean to tell me that, despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer.
Tainari, but you—
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was—
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you.
Oh? What is—
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this item is the very basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show—
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kala—
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so—
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell, and good luck to you.
I think I'll start with these questions.
I've been waiting.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all, and, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met, but I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends. And we're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we can't.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is—
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember?
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharva. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again.